Hi, my name is Jess, and I'm almost 9 years sober, and I've always wanted to do that thing where you put the mic on something weird. So this is a paintbrush of mine. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about how you create new energy in sobriety, and really what the energy allows you to do is to go create a life you don't want to escape from. You've heard that one before. It allows you to actually take time and space to fix the problem. It gives you energy to evolve into someone new. It gives you energy to become the most badass, creative, cool version of yourself. And what I want you to understand, especially in early sobriety, is that you're going to run into a lot of naps. That's what recovery really is. It's allowing you to sleep. And what we're doing is we're recalibrating your nervous system. So your nervous system has been offline or over the moon, like so on top of the world on whatever substance you were doing. And maybe you're over caffeinated. Maybe you smoked a lot of weed and were very complacent. Maybe you drank a lot and were just buzzed all the time. Your body has gotten used to that, right? And so your basically what I like to call it is synthetic energy, synthetic dopamine, like synthetic oxytocin or something like that. You were ingesting things that were giving you this kind of safety net, false sense of security, false sense of energy. And now that you are not ingesting it, you are going to have to come back to baseline, your natural baseline. And because you haven't ingested all of those synthetic things, even though, caffeine's natural, weed is not, even though those are natural things, they're not part of your normal bodily system, right? So what you're doing is I need to detox, right? Withdraw from the substances and allow your body to just reset, okay? And that requires a lot of sleeping. It does. And so if you're not constantly napping in sobriety, I would say put down the Monster Energy drinks, bro. Put them down and allow your bodies to just recalibrate. It's really, really important. And what ends up happening is that over time, especially like 2, 3, 4 months in, you'll start accessing your natural energy reserves. And from there, you can start to do the inner work, right? You have to go deep and you have to understand. I always say it's kind of like trauma healing is like excising tumors from your body. Like you have more energy trapped in your body. It's just right now, they're all trying to, manage all of the trauma that's deep down in there. So you have to do the work to get the trauma out of your body, and then you'll free up more energy. And then that energy can go to heal this trauma and that trauma and that trauma. Okay. So as you're doing the inner child work, as you're doing the inner teenage work, inner, past lives work, whatever you need to do, you're going to keep freeing up energy, and it's going to make this process look really up and down, okay? You might feel bipolar. You might feel like you have multiple personalities, but keep pushing through that, because as you become recalibrated with yourself, your past selves meet your future selves, meet your present selves. As you continue to do that work, you will become integrated and aligned. Okay. And the energy flow within you will feel like a dotted hole, right? Dotted circle, dotted pathway. And then as you're doing the trauma healing and you're getting in tune with what your wants and needs are, and you're becoming emotionally understanding of yourself, emotionally intelligent, whatever, you're going to start filling up those holes. Okay. And that circle that used to have holes in it will now become a solid hole, right? And so you're not going to leak energy, over here, overthinking this, overthinking that, okay? It is a practice in having trust in the process, trust in yourself, trust in the universe, and trust in other people. And if you come from a long line of abusive, domestic violence situations, that trust might be harder to get from other people to understand it. But it's it can be a slow process, but do your due diligence and work on here, because the more that you trust yourself, the more that you can go out into the world and have relationships with other people and say, do I trust myself to do the right thing in relation with other people? And that's really the question that you need to get deep down in, okay? Once you trust yourself, the amount of energy that you get back is insane. Okay. When you trust the universe, the amount of energy you get back is insane. Once you trust your hobbies, once you trust your career, once you trust your trajectory, once you trust your finances, the energy you get back is unreal. Once you start trusting your friendships and your relationships, and that you know that you can have these healthy conversations wherever they may lead to, and you'll be okay at the end of it, all of your energy comes back. Okay. It's an ongoing process. It'll take some time, but keep going because you're getting there already. All right. See you tomorrow.